Hi students, today we are going to do some factoring puzzles. So if you have the sheet, go ahead and we're going to glue it in. You can just kind of go in the middle, doesn't have to be on top or on bottom. So grab your glue. If you need to pause while you glue yours in. All right. So today we're working on, we have our area model, and we have some information on the outside, and we're going to try and fill out the rest of this outside information to get those insides. So for this first one, I see I have 5b, and so for an area model, remember we're going to always be multiplying. So I'm thinking 5 times what is 10? Well, I know it's 5 times 2 is 10, so I'm going to throw a 2 there. But now I have a b squared, so I only have one b up top, so I need another b in front. Okay, so now 2b times 5b is 10b squared. Now I can think 5b times what would give me negative 15b. So 5 times what is 15? And if I'm not sure, I can grab my factor sheet. Take a look at 15. And I see it's 3 times 5. So instead of just 3 though, because 3 times 5 would be positive 15, I want a negative 15. So I'm going to get a negative 3. Okay, but this time I already have a b, so I don't need any more. Alright, then look at the next part here. We're doing 2b times what would be negative 12. Now that we found this 2b, we can find this upper one. So 2 times what is negative 12? If I'm not sure, take a look at that 12. 2 times 6. But again, it's a negative. So 2 times 6 would just be 12, so I need a negative 6. There's only one b here, so that's all I need is just that b. And then negative 6 times negative 3, positive 18. So my answer would be, as my binomials, what I multiplied, 5b minus 6 times 2b minus 3. Perfect. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. So in this one we have 6x squared minus 10x, negative 3x, and 5. So we just need to pick somewhere to start factoring. We can pick this first row, we can pick the second row, we can pick this row, this row. I'm going to pick this first row here. So I'm going to think of this as 6x and squared and negative 10x. So I'm going to look and see what is my greatest common factor of 6 and 10. So here's 6 and here's 10. So I see they both have a 1, 2, so it's a 3, no 3, 6, no 6. So 2 is my biggest common factor. So that's what I'm going to take out, is that 2. And then they both have an x. Do they both have 2 x's? No, they just have one x in common. Now I can think of it as that multiplying. 2x times what is 6x squared? And I just looked down in here. For 6 it was 2 times 3. But I need an x squared, so I'm going to have an x. 2 times what is 10? Well, we know 2 times 5 is 10. But again, this one was a negative, so I need that negative 5. Okay, so either I can think that again with multiplying, okay, or I can do that, that factoring again between 5 and 3. Here and seeing what they have the most in common, and the biggest they have in common is 1. And they both don't have an x, but then I want to check. Now when I check, does 1 times 3x make negative 3x? No, 1 times 3x is just 3x. 1 times negative 5 doesn't make positive 5. So this will have to be a negative 1. So for our final answer here, we're going to get 2x minus 1 and 3x minus 5. Alright, last problem here. Ooh, this one we're missing some information. Interesting. So let's start with factoring out something that we already know. So we can start with a row or a column. Let's start with this 4x and 2. So if I think of 4 and 2, what's the biggest number that goes both into 4 and 2? If I look at 4 and 2, they both have a 1 and they both have a 2. So 2 is my biggest. I'm going to take that 2 out. Do they both have an x? Nope. Right, and I can think 2 times what is 4? Well, we know that's 2 times 2, but we need an x. Couldn't do an x here, so there must be an x up here. Right, 2x times what is 8x squared? 2 times 4 would be 8. And I need an x squared, so we'll do x. So to find this one up here, we can use this idea that we have that 2 down there. 2 times what would give me 2? 2 times 1. So now we can fill in that last box. 4x times 1 is 4x. So for my final answer, we have 2x plus 1 and 4x plus 2. Crushing it. Nice job.